All right, there's some really cool information in the shoot screen. If you're looking at the HUD, you can look just below where it gives you your main solution in elevation and windage, and it brings up a whole bunch of metrics about the shot that you have set up. Okay, so we're gonna go line by line through this. All right, so top row is really easy. It's just telling you the range, in this case it's 1,000 yards, probability of hit is 59%. You'd have to go into the WES screens to see what's set up that comprises that, you know, how big the target is and so forth. But with all of the current settings, it's 59% probability of hit. Your gyroscopic stability factor is 1.76. That's green. Anything above 1.5 will be green. That's good. Time of flight, 1.29 seconds. I mean, what do you use that for? It just kind of gives you an idea of when to look for your shot. You know, like, are you able to get back in the scope and see if it hits? Maybe you know that you can do that in 0.3 seconds or whatever. So any shots that have a longer time of flight, you might not be able to see as well. So that's how that's useful. Energy is sometimes tied to lethality metrics for some bullets. That's just how much energy the bullet is hitting the target with. Velocity and Mach number are the last two things on this row, and they're kind of different units of the same thing. What you want to look at this for is to see, like, if your bullet is above Mach 1.2, it's in its most predictable phase of flight. Okay, you're in supersonic. If you get below Mach 1.2, you start getting into transonic, where you can have some, you know, error creep into your fire solution. So that's good to know where you're at. If your Mach number is above 1.2, you're going to be in pretty good shape for that shot. Aerodynamic jump, these are all your secondary effects now on this third row. You've got aerodynamic jump, spin drift, horizontal and vertical Coriolis effects. So all of these tiny little things that usually are just 0, 1, or 2 clicks maybe are going to show you how much they're contributing to your solution there. And then the bottom row are things that are going to help you understand your trajectory for, like, collision avoidance, or like if you're shooting over power lines or under power lines or around any kind of barriers. It'll show you, like, what the total amount of drop in your trajectory is in inches. The trace, that's where to look in a reticle, like where the peak of the trace is going to be. So you'd put the reticle on the target and you'd look, in this case, 4.1 mils above that, and that's where you should see the trace if you're lined up, like, near or right behind the shooter. Okay, it's a clue to help you find where the trace is going to be in the sky. Max ord, that's how high the bullet gets above the line of sight at the highest point, and then max ord range tells you at what distance that height occurs. So that's all the good stuff that's in that collapsible menu there right below your fire solution on the shoot tab. Lots of good information. It's just like a snapshot of what the bullet is going through on its way to that target. Okay, there's not much context there. It's just, here's where the bullet's at 1,000 yards.